Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. It's Lorrie, and today we're going to explore the print and cut feature that's available in Design Space 3. It just updated last week and I love the additions that they've added to it. And in this video I'm going to walk you through print and cut from start to finish. Okay, so here we are in Design Space 3. We're going to start with a new project on a blank mat. But before we actually start creating our own digital images, we need to collect some digital images. Now you can use images directly from Design Space Library, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But what I like to do is use digital kits that are out there, and they're available in so many different places. Here is a really great resource for digital kits. It's called snapclicksupply.com, and you just click right here in digital products, and I would go to digital collections. And you're going to find that a lot of the stuff you can buy in the store, you can get right here. They have Echo Park. They have you can see all the different designers here. Jenny Bolin, Jody Lee, Lorrie Whitlock, Samantha Walker. They have a lot of digital kits right here and available for you. For instance, if you go to Lorrie Whitlock, here is a very cool Halloween kit. And these are all print and cut images. These are all images we can use in Design Space to print and cut. Another one that I like is Miss Kate's Cuttables. You're probably familiar with her. And most of these images are JPEG images, and they are, or PNG images rather, and they are print and cuts. And if they're SVGs, we can still make them a print and cut. So any of these images you find here at Miss Kate's Cuttables, you can turn into print and cut images. And Lorrie Whitlock has some digital stamps on her site. These are all print and cut images that can be used in Design Space. She also has some other files, so take a look around her blog. So once you find the kit that you want and you download it, I recommend you put it on your desktop while you're working with it, just to make it easy to find. But that's totally up to you where you want to put it. Okay, now let's go back to Design Space. The first thing we need to do to get the images into print and cut ready files is go to Upload Images. Here you have two options. You can upload image or upload pattern. We are going to be working with images, so we're going to go to Upload Image. Here we can drag and drop the file, or you can click Browse and navigate. I like to drag and drop, so I'm going to make my screen a little bit smaller and go right over here to this file that I downloaded from SnapClick Supply. This is Echo Park Summer Fun, and this has a lot of really fun images on here. So all I need to do is find the image that I want, click it, drag it, drop it, and then I almost always choose complex image when I'm doing a print and cut because I want to pick up the most detail that I can. These are PNG images, and we can tell that because the background is checkered, meaning there is nothing there. So let's click Continue. Continue. Here you're probably going to want to tag this just so that you can find it again later. So I'm going to tag it Hello, Label, Tag, and Echo Park. And I might want to put the name of the collection in case I just want to go find all of the summer fun pieces that I have uploaded, and I'm going to click Save. Here it is right here in my recently uploaded images, but I'm just going to keep on grabbing some images and dropping them into Design Space. Click Complex, click Continue, Continue. And as long as these are PNG images, we don't have to clean them up. So I'm going to put Flamingo, Tag, Summer Fun, Echo Park. And I do recommend putting the designer's name in your tags just in case you ever want to use this for a commercial use. You can check and see if it's available for that. And click Save. Again, we're going to click Upload Image. Go over to our images. Oh, I like that scooter. So we'll drag, drop. I'm going to choose Complex. Click Continue, Continue. Here, we're going to tag it again. Save. Okay, you're going to continue to drag and drop and upload the images. Okay, now that we have a few images uploaded to our recently uploaded images, we are going to click on the images, make sure they're all selected, and you'll notice as I'm clicking on them, they're showing up right here on the bottom of Design Space. Let's make our screen a little bit bigger so that you can see that more clearly. And we're going to click Insert Images. Now, Design Space recently updated just a couple days ago. This is July 22nd. I think it updated the 20th. And we now have a few different options in the print and cut images. And one of them is a larger print and cut area than we had before. So let's go to Shapes and let's insert a square. The new update to Design Space now gives us a printable area of 6.75 by 9.25. We're going to use this square to represent our printable area. So we're going to go up here, we're going to unlock the lock so that we can change the sizes independently of each other. We're going to change that width to 6.75. Use our tab key, tab over to the height and change that to 9.25. And this represents our printable area. Now I'm just going to make this a light color. I don't recommend using white because a lot of times images have a white background to them or a white edge, and you're not able to see that if you use a white background. So once you have your square with a light color, let's hit Arrange, Move to Back. And now we are left with the images that we just uploaded to Design Space, and we can resize them to fit within this box. And you can make them, if you want larger images, that's the good thing about digital is you don't have to make them in the size they come in. You can make them big, you can make them small. If you're into the memory dex card, you can make them fit that. If you're into pocket letters, flip books, scrapbooking, you can make it fit whatever you're working on. So I'm going to continue to resize my images. And you can't believe how much you can get on a 6.75 by 9.25 layout. A lot more than we could before. And you can see here I have a lot more room. So I'm going to go grab a few more images. So I'm going to go to Upload, and I could start uploading again, or I could just grab some of these that I've already uploaded, and I think I'll insert those. I love this tag. This is an old digital kit I used to be on the design team for Jessica Sprague. It was a digital design team, and I think that was by Glitz Girls. It was a kit I got when I was on the design team. All right, and we can still fit a few more images on here. So I want to show you, not only can you use the digital kit, you can use images from Design Space. So this time, let's go into Images. And now we can click on the filter and click Printables. All of these are print and cut, ready to go images. So let's just grab one. I'm going to go look for one that's in Access. I'm just going to click on Access in the printables, or in the filters, I'm sorry, and just find something else here to fill in my printable space because we have all this printable area. We might as well fill it up and use up our paper. So let's just grab this flower and click Insert Images. So we can use this, and I'm going to make this a little bit smaller and set that right there for us. Now, the other thing that you can do is let's go back to Images, and it doesn't have to be a printable image. We can go to, let's uncheck the printables, and let's go to Cartridges. And let's choose this 3 birds on a parade. These are all images that were designed to be cut out and layered. But we don't have to cut them out and layered. We can make them a printable image. And I'm just going to use this guy right here and click Insert Images. Now when he opens up in Design Space, you can see he is a cuttable image, and we know that because there are scissors right here. See, all the other ones have had a printer, which indicates they are a print and cut image. However, if I put this over here, you're going to notice it's going to cut right around the edge. What if I want that white edge around it? A lot of people like that white edge. Well, if we look over here in Design Space, we see this bottom layer, the shadow layer, is turned off. I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to click on that black circle and I'm going to change it to white. And I've now created that white outline. However, it's still a cut image. It's not a print and cut image. So all we have to do is click back on the bird, so he's totally selected, and click Flatten. And now, if we put this over on the pink paper, you can see we have the white bird with the white outline. So you can use all kinds of images from Design Space, as well as the digital kits, as well as printable images from Design Space, and images that you import yourself. Now I want to show you, if you were uploading a JPEG file, how you would go about cleaning that up. So we're going to go Upload, Upload Image, Browse. Okay, and here is a JPEG. So I'm going to click Open. We have this JPEG, but it has this white background. And if Design Space tries to cut this out right now, it's going to cut right around that square. And I don't want it to do that. I want it to cut the fan out by itself. So again, we're going to choose Complex and click Continue. And now you can see that square came in with it. I don't want that. So all you have to do is click on Select and Erase right up here in the upper left, and then click on the part that you want to erase, which is the white. And it's gone. Now Design Space is going to cut around that image. And if we're not sure, we can click Preview. And you can see that's where Design Space is going to cut. That's exactly what we want. So we're going to click Continue. Now you have two options. Do you want to save it as a print and cut image? Do you want to save it as a cut image? If you save it as a cut image, it's just going to cut this out. You're not going to get this printed image. So you're going to save it as a print and cut image. And by the way, I almost always save it as a print and cut image, because if there were a time that I wanted to cut just the outline, I can go in Design Space and change this to cut instead of print. But I can't change this back into a print image. So I almost always just save as a print and cut image. Okay, and again, we're going to tag it, and I'll click Save. And here it is in our recently uploaded images. We're just going to click on that and insert it. And now we can add that to our printable page. We have used up almost the entire page. We could keep on filling this in if we want, but that's good enough for this demonstration. So we're going to grab this piece of paper. We don't want to cut that at all, and I'm just going to put an X on it. Now I'm going to go to Select All. That's going to select everything that we just set up inside of that rectangle, and we're going to click Attach. And what that's going to do is keep everything right where we put it. So now you'll notice that if we move one of these things, everything's going to move together. And we know that this is going to fit in our printable area. And in fact, since we weren't really edge to edge, we can go up here and change that just a little bit bigger if we want. Go back to the 9.25, as long as we stay within that 9.25 by 6.75. And we're in that boundary. So now we're going to click Make It. And now you're going to notice a whole new look to the print and cut screen. This is the new registration mark for Cricut Design Space 3. This makes it a little bit easier for the Explorer to read these registration marks rather than the previous 3 little marks that we had. So this allows us to have this much larger printable area. So if everything looks good to you, and it does to me, we're going to click Continue. And you're going to send this to your printer. Now I get asked all the time, what printer do I have? And here you can look. I have several different printers. You can print and cut with a inkjet printer. You can print and cut with a laser printer. You can print and cut with an LED printer. I have all of these printers. All of these are able to print and cut. This one is a black laser only, and I use that more for foiling, so I can't print in color, but I can print in black and white. This is a Dell LED printer. This prints beautiful color. I can print on cardstock, and it's perfect for print and cut. This is my Epson Workforce 7610. I got this from Melody Lane, suggested this. This is the printer she has. I absolutely love it. It's a wide format printer, and I would say that and this bottom one are the two I use the most. They're both inkjet printers. And this is my color LaserJet, which also prints on cardstock, but I'm not quite as happy with the quality of that as I am with the inkjets, but it still makes really good prints. So I'm going to, it doesn't really matter which one I pick, but I know you're going to ask which printer I have, and I will try to have these linked below the video. So I'm going to print this one on the Epson. And this bleed, I always leave on. When you print this, if you leave the bleed on, it's going to look a little bit blurry, and that's fine. What Design Space does is put a little bit of extra ink around the edges so that you make sure and get an edge-to-edge color cut file. So even though it looks funny, I would leave it on. Okay, I'm going to send this to my... This is my Epson Workforce 7610. Again, like I said, Melody Lane is the one that suggested this, and I absolutely love it. And it is printing. It has a rear feed, which I really prefer. And I'm printing right on Cricut cardstock, and you can see how gorgeous this print turns out. Okay, we need to select our Cricut device. I'm using my Explore Air 2. I've loaded the print and cut image right in the upper left corner of my blue mat. I have my dial set to cardstock. I've loaded it, and I'm just going to click the blinking Cricut logo button. It's going to come down here, set itself, and then it's going to start reading the registration marks. The light will be on as it reads the registration mark. And you're going to see it's going to go around the paper. And this is just telling the Cricut Explorer where exactly those images are on this piece of paper so that it can give you the most accurate cut. Now there's going to be a slight pause, and it's going to begin cutting the images. And here you can see our finished cut file. Now if we remove the paper, you can see that we have print and cut images that we made from a digital kit. We have print and cut images that we made from a Cricut cut file. We have print and cut images that we made from a Cricut printable file. So you can really use just about any kind of image. It's just a matter of whether you have to clean it up or not. Now I know the next question you're going to ask me is, what kind of paper am I using? This is Cricut cardstock. It has a texture to it. I like it. I think it's a lot of fun. Sometimes I don't want the texture and I want a smooth cardstock. I really like this paper. Your paper makes the difference on how clear and how vibrant your prints are. I know a lot of people will say, oh, I want your printer because it prints better than mine, or I have the same printer and it doesn't print the same way. It's all about the paper. The paper makes a huge difference. So this is a 61-pound cardstock. It's really nice. I get it at Staples. A lot of times they'll have buy one, get one free, and that's when I stock up. And there are also two sides to the Cricut cardstock. So this side has texture, this side is more smooth. So if you prefer the smoother and you only have the Cricut cardstock, you can use that. So I hope this tutorial helped you understand the print and cut feature that's available in Design Space 3. The possibilities are really endless. I cut all of these images out in just a short little time this morning, and I have a bunch of ephemera all ready for my projects. Also, don't forget to use the Cricut sticker paper. This was super simple. It just made a simple kiss cut, and I have stickers ready to go. And here are some Mickey Mouse images that I cut. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.